Violet, I have something to talk about. Is now a good time?
Good evening, Thomas. What's going on? Is there something troubling you?
Actually, the trip we had planned for last weekend was suddenly canceled. And now we have to pay the cancellation fee. It's an unexpected expense that put us over budget.
That's tough. How much are we talking about? Unexpected expenses are certainly harsh.
It's about $500. It's really tough to come up with that kind of money right now. So I contacted you because I was hoping you could help out a bit.
$500. That is quite a sum. But we also have a lot of expenses this month, and it's a tight situation for us.
I understand. But isn't this exactly when families should help each other out? Families have always overcome difficulties by helping each other, right?
Of course. I believe in helping each other. But this month, we have had a lot of overlapping expenses, and we don't have any extra money. Rent, living expenses, and the kids' education costs are really stretching our budget.
Saying you don't have extra money isn't a valid excuse. As the wife, don't you think you should support your husband's family? That's the obvious role of a wife, isn't it?
I understand that, but we also have necessary expenses to maintain our own living. And we have to be cautious to protect our household finances. I hope you can understand that.
That's just an excuse. You could take a little from your salary, couldn't you? Or are you putting yourself before your family? Is that really acceptable as the wife of this family?
That's not the case. It's difficult to immediately respond to your request. There are limits to our finances.
Listen, Violet. You are the daughter of this family. Isn't it only natural to make some sacrifices for the family? Since we have accepted you as part of this family, don't you have an obligation to respond?
I understand what you're saying, but this month is really tough. We can't handle such sudden expenses.
This is troubling. Wives in the past were more patient and devoted to their husbands' families. Shouldn't you follow their example?
Times have changed, and now it's common for both partners to work, so we need to support each other. We are doing our best within those circumstances.
Blaming the times isn't good. I believe it's important to uphold traditions. Family bonds shouldn't change so easily.
Traditions are important, but we also need to consider ways that fit the new era. We are trying our best within the new lifestyle.
I'm disappointed in you. I expected you to be more reliable as a wife. We trusted you and welcomed you into the family. Please don't forget that.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing more I can do.
This is unbelievable. I'm worried about how we can continue as a family like this. Please act with more responsibility. Violet, do you have a moment?
Thomas, what is it?
You are our daughter-in-law, right? I mean, you should be aware of your role as a wife.
Well,
I heard you decided not to come home for the holidays this year. What's going on?
yes. After discussing it with James, we decided to spend this year at home. We want to relax a bit, and we think we need time to recover from the daily grind.
What? How did it come to that? Is there any particular reason?
We don't have a specific reason, but since we spent both Christmas and summer holidays at your place this year, we thought it would be nice to stay home this time around. It's just a break to recover from fatigue.
Don't you have enough awareness of being a part of this family? I don't think you're fulfilling your role as the eldest son's wife. Not coming home during important family times is unacceptable.
What do you mean by that? I'm doing my best in my own way.
As the eldest son's wife, I think it's natural for you to live with us, your husband's parents. But you refuse that, and instead of settling down into married life, You're still working. What's that about? I want you to prioritize the family.
Wait, aren't you aware that James dislikes such outdated thinking? Our lifestyle is adapted to the times.
Outdated? I can't believe you said that.
And by the way, it was James who suggested we take it easy and not come home. He's also tired from work and wants to rest. I want to respect his opinion.
What? That's James' idea? I can't believe it.
Yes, it was originally James' idea to oppose living together. And he also supported me in continuing to work after marriage. He respects my job.
What? I can't believe that. I don't understand at all.
Sorry, I'm on a business trip tonight. These days, there's no difference between men and women when it comes to business trips. It's because we have jobs that we can maintain our lifestyle.
What? You're neglecting the house to go on a business trip as a woman? You should prioritize housework and family matters.
Yes, my job is important too. And now is a time when both men and women work. I'd appreciate it if you could understand that. In today's society, it's normal for both partners to work.
Hey, wait. The conversation isn't over yet. I can't allow such irresponsible behavior.
I'm sorry, but I have an early start tomorrow, so I'll excuse myself. Continuing this discussion is pointless, and we are committed to our decisions.
Unbelievable. That's why I was against this marriage. James's childhood friend, Penelope, would have been the best match for our family. Penelope gets along well with James, and they understand each other deeply. I'd even want to have James divorce you and marry Penelope instead.
Thomas? It's me, Penelope. Something terrible has happened. Please, stay calm and listen.
Oh, Penelope. You went out early this morning. What's going on?
Thomas, listen to me. James was taken by ambulance. It happened so suddenly I still can't believe it.
What? Is that true? What happened? Why did this happen?
I was supposed to meet James today and was on my way to the meeting place. But on the way, I saw James get hit by a car that ran a red light. It was so scary.
What? Hit by a car that ran a red light? What on earth happened? I can't understand the situation at all.
Yes, it seems that there were other people involved who got injured too, and 3 ambulances had to come. James was taken in one of them, and I offered to accompany him to the hospital. I wanted to stay by his side.
Which hospital was James taken to? Tell me right away. I'm coming immediately.
New York City General Hospital. Please come with your wife as soon as possible. The situation is very serious, and I think it's best if you hear directly from the doctors.
Got it. I'll be there right away. I'll contact my wife, so please wait for us. Violet, what on earth is going on with you? When are you going to come to James' hospital room? It's been days already. Why haven't you shown your face even once? James is hospitalized and you haven't come to the hospital even once? What a terrible wife. No, maybe I should put it this way. Your husband is in critical condition and currently hospitalized. And you haven't come even once. That's unthinkable. I've contacted you multiple times since then, but there's no sign of you coming at all. I can't understand it. In your place, Penelope has been taking care of James diligently. I can't thank her enough for her devoted attitude. My wife and I have talked, and we're really worried about James' future with such an irresponsible wife. Honestly, Penelope is much more suitable to be James' wife. She would take care of the family, and we could trust her completely. Penelope, I feel bad for all the trouble you've gone through. You're really a thoughtful and good girl. You see, we run a restaurant with just me, my wife, and a few part-timers. So we can't keep the place closed for too long. I wish the hospital was closer so we could visit more often. But New York City is quite far.
Don't worry, Thomas. I really love James, so just taking care of him makes me very happy. Just being able to take care of James, whom I love, makes my days fulfilling. I'm willing to do anything for him, and that's my happiness.
I see. That's really something to be grateful for. Having a kind person like you by James' side is something we truly appreciate. You're such a brave and good girl, Penelope. Thinking so much of James, it gives us peace of mind. You're completely different from that irresponsible wife, Violet. She hasn't come to the hospital even once, and I don't understand what she's thinking.
As for Violet, it seems she still hasn't come to the hospital. James is worried too. So why hasn't she come?
Yeah, still can't reach her. I've called her numerous times, but there's no response. What on earth is going on? Her parents are already dead. Since we can't get in touch with her, it's hard to find out what's going on. I just don't understand. But at the very least, as James' wife, she should have received the news about the accident. So why hasn't she come? What could she be doing?
Maybe she took this opportunity to go on a trip or something. She seems completely unconcerned that James is in the hospital.
What? Could that really be true? I can't believe it.
James keeps defending her, saying there's no way she would do such a thing. But she hasn't even come home.
Is that so? I never imagined things had gotten to that point.
I'm currently staying at James' place to take care of him. And there's no sign she's been back. The house looks like no one's living here. It's as if she's abandoned it completely.
I see. I suspected as much, but still, this is really troubling.
Hey, let's just have them get a divorce. It's unfair to James to have such an irresponsible wife. There must be someone more suitable for him.
Yes, you're right. What you're saying makes perfect sense. Penelope, you're the only one who should be James' wife. Violet, I'm disappointed in you. I never imagined it could be this bad. How could you neglect your husband for days? I talked it over with my wife, and we agree you are not suitable for James. Leaving your hospitalized husband without any care, and going off to have fun without a word. Therefore, we want a divorce.
Sorry for the delayed response.
So, you finally replied. I suppose the word divorce scared you, but this decision is final.
Huh? I've been in the hospital with my husband the whole time.
What? Wait a minute. What's going on? What do you mean you're in the hospital with James? Were you also involved in the accident? What do you mean you're in the hospital with James? We didn't hear anything about that.
Yes, I was one of the victims involved when James had his accident. I was with him when it happened. We were walking together when we were caught in the accident.
What? I had no idea.
It seems there has been a big misunderstanding, so let me explain the situation briefly. First, I was in the intensive care unit for a few days right after the accident. After that, I moved to a private room, but my phone was broken and sent for repair. It was returned yesterday, but I injured my hand and couldn't type. This message on WhatsApp is being typed by a friend who came to visit me.
What? When I contacted James, he didn't mention any of this.
Of course, he couldn't say anything. Penelope, who is obsessed with James and sees me as a rival, has been practically living in James' hospital room. Her presence is creating a barrier between us.
What? Is that true?
Yes, and it seems she has also been entering our house without permission. Knowing I was in the same hospital, I feared what she might do if she found out. But moving to another hospital would have been too much for my body. So I requested the hospital to give me a private room, with no visitors allowed to stay hidden.
What? I can't believe this was happening.
I'm revealing this now because Penelope's parents have agreed to monitor her actions. They will help restrict her behavior.
Monitor? What does that mean?
Penelope explained the accident as James was hit by a car that ran a red light. But in reality, James was pushed from behind while waiting at the crosswalk, causing him to fall dramatically into the street and get hit by an oncoming car. Her explanation is completely false.
Someone pushed James? Who did that? That's horrible.
It was Penelope.
What? Penelope did that?
She probably didn't mean any harm, but she was so excited to see James that she rushed at him, causing him to lose balance and fall forward into the street.
What? I can't believe it.
And at that moment, I was standing right next to James, holding his hand, which is why I got caught up in this fall. The outcome, well, I don't need to explain further.
No way.
We're discussing filing a report with the police about the incident.
A report?
There are witnesses who have come forward, so Penelope won't be able to deny what happened. Even if she didn't do it intentionally, she can't escape the responsibility for what happened.
I see.
Well, let's leave it at that for now. My friend who is typing for me has to leave soon. And my main goal today was to clear up the misunderstandings about me. So I'll end this conversation here. I'll update you on the next steps later.
Penelope, I heard the truth from Violet. I had no idea that you crashing into James caused the accident. I'm really shocked. I understand that you're being monitored and can't reply to this message. But there are things that need to be said. The situation is very serious. I can't believe that the accident was caused by you brushing into James. I never imagined you would do such a thing. Even now, it's hard to believe, so I confirmed it with your parents. They were shocked too and were very worried. How did things come to this? Oh, what a disaster. It's so painful for the family to go through this. You have more important things to focus on. Right now, you need to reflect on your actions immediately and make sure this never happens again. I'm sure James is deeply shocked. His recovery should be our top priority. If you are truly remorseful, let's think together about what you can do. We have to find a way to get through this situation. Do your best for the sake of everyone involved. We can talk about what we're going to do later. I'm trying to understand how much you're hurting. But first, I want you to think about James and act accordingly. His recovery is the most important thing. Violet, I need to talk to you. Is now a good time?
Yes, Thomas. What's the matter?
James said he wants to take your last name. On top of that, he sent us a letter declaring that he's cutting ties with us. What's going on?
I see. Actually, this was something James and I discussed and decided together. He said he wanted to do it.
Please, stop him from doing that. Cutting ties is unthinkable. James is our only son. We don't have anyone else.
I understand how you feel, but James has his reasons for this decision.
We always planned for James to take over the family business. But now he's talking about cutting ties.
I was also surprised by his decision, but I believe he has his reasons.
I will accept you as my daughter-in-law, so please, stop James from cutting ties. Tell him not to abandon our family name.
Thomas, I care about James too. But since he has made this decision, there's nothing I can do. I want to respect his wishes.
I'll turn a blind eye to you continuing to work and being away on business trips. But please, Convince him not to cut ties with us.
I appreciate it, but James made this decision on his own. It's difficult for me to persuade him while ignoring his feelings.
My wife was so shocked, she threw out her bag. The whole family's worried about this.
I'm truly sorry, but I believe it's important to respect his decision to maintain a good relationship with him.
Violet, please, bring James back to us. Help us keep the family together.
It's just not possible, Thomas. Well, excuse me, I have to go now. After that, Penelope continued to cause trouble without changing her behavior. As a result of her actions, she lost trust and became isolated. Eventually, she was forced to acknowledge her mistakes. Even though her parents continued to monitor her, Penelope's behavior didn't improve. I don't know what happened after that. Thomas, even after the estrangement, remained stubborn and continued to cling to us. However, his actions caused his own life to become difficult. With no one to take over the family business, the management deteriorated, and his wife, unable to endure Thomas's behavior, began to fall ill more often. Ultimately, Thomas had to give up the family business, and they were forced to lead a quiet life together. I heard that Thomas realized his actions had destroyed the family and felt remorseful. But our relationship can never go back to the way it was. On the other hand, James and I started a new life and were able to deepen our bond. James became my pillar of support and found success in his new job. I too continued my work while enjoying a life where we cherish our family.